He passed more. Yeah, true.
I love Moore because can't nobody really stop him when he was in his A game.
Mm-hmm.
But he passed more. Like Marv, oh my God, this song's fucking weak. Marv, that nigga, he missed passes.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Marv missed a lot of passes, and then get his feelings and start doing dumb shit.
Right.
But
Marv take it better to the hoop a little better. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
But it's like they both got their
Marv
pot.
take it better to the hoop a little better.
Hold on,
I'll
hold
tell
on.
you that. But it's like they both got their pot. Take it better to the hoop a little better. Hold on.
I was broadcasting. I came up on my phone.
this nigga working for the feds.
Let me turn that shit off. I ain't turning my voice on that.
That nigga, I mean, yeah, I don't know because he was doing some shit, bro. That offensive threat, he was doing
Mm-hmm.
taking it to.
Are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, 20. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. What's the curl? Let's go out. No, 66.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They try right side here, Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Give me 2 jet bombers. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he's got this down to the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Samson Abukum able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Let's go out. No, 66. 55. Right there in the middle. 50.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Hey, lock it. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Have a guy who has some precision in throwing the...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nigel Bradham came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Haywood! 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And an Eagle first down.
On the ready.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Let's make these General West. Check 43. Slam.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He wants it all for the end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy sod, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
34 yards there and a first down. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game 1.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Brady. Stocker's got it. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Brady. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Going on the ground with Eckler. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll go with a keeper.
A gain on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready. 30 base.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Rolling to his right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what?
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Wait, 20.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Watch the shift. Right, 20 hit. That means two.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys have got it back. At the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
64, weak.
They'll throw now on the final play. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, Charlie. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Quit talking about it. Hurry up.
He'll drop to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Flushed out right. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Back to throw here. He'll get this to Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And now it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
On the double. 57 to Mike. Roll out. Bang, bang. 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Brady now to throw. And able to find Green. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Green, 79 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Hey, box truck.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Funchess. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line.
that feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A.J. Green, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go. Ready, set. Mike, 50 seconds. I'm coming. Hey, orbit. Mike 57's Mike. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hit it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Not today, you want. Not today.
They'll set up a throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Green with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
10 Lobo. I got you.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on off.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Go. Go now. Check.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's caught. Smith. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Number 53, Mike 53. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Alert! 53's the mic. 52 draw quarters. Check it, reload.
Brady going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Let's get it. Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Mike, stop your whining.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.